Hi, welcome to Fox Valley Today. I'm Barb Nadeau, and happy Flag Day. We are celebrating today our freedoms and our flag, and to do that we brought in members of Plano American Legion. Junior Vice Commander Ralph Torres is with us today, and representing the Sons of the American Legion, Ralph's son, AJ Torres. So thank you both for being here. Ralph, this is a great way to celebrate Flag Day, and I'm really thrilled that you're here, and I'm glad that you brought your son.
Yeah.
I was surprised though, because I think of the Sons of the American Legion as older sons, and I didn't realize it's all ages.
Definitely, and that's one of the reasons why, you know, I wanted to bring him on, was to show that we have a lot of younger folks, you know, not only in the Sons of Legion but also in the auxiliary. There's a lot of younger, you know, girls in there. My daughter's a member of the auxiliary. She's 15, so.
It's funny how we think of things, we don't really, you know, we just kind of make assumptions. And, you know, as you say that, I think of the Memorial Day parade, observance parade, and then ceremony at the cemetery. And the first time I ever went, and then every time after that, to just be so touched to see some of these young girls, some as young as maybe 5 or 8 years old, carry up and put a wreath in honor of the veterans on Memorial Day.
Oh, definitely. It's touching, you know, to have, you know, the whole family involved in there, and that's something, you know, I'm trying to you know, show to my kids, and maybe by doing that we'll be able to show to other families that you know, the Legion is also a family, you know, event, you know, that you can do. It's a family program. It's a family place, you know. Everyone has a place there. Your sons, your daughters, your wives, you know, all the family, you know. You can bring them in for anything, you know, really, to help out and be involved. And
you have really opened your doors to the Plano community, to everyone, the entire Kendall County community, and it's wonderful. We want to talk about some of those special events, but we have to say hi to AJ. So thank you for coming and being here today.
Thanks for having me.
Now, I have to ask you, we're talking about how, you know, young you look, you know, but how old are you?
I'm 13.
Okay, and where do you go to school?
Sandwich Middle School.
All right, so you are going into 8th?
Yes, I'm going into 8th grade.
Okay. Before the show, I was asking you about some of your interests. What do you like to do?
I like to be in band, the percussion. Very high percussion.
Very good.
And
what is high percussion?
High percussion is it's basically just percussion. I'm just like saying that it's a high form. It's very good percussion and everything.
I know that they really drive their musicians at Sandwich. The Sandwich School District has always had a great music program. So, and you can't do better than starting with percussion. There's so many different instruments you get to play.
Yeah.
And it almost leads you right into piano or anything else you want to get into.
Yeah, because piano is technically a percussion instrument. So.
Now, what else do you do with your free time?
I play basketball a lot. Play some video games once in a while.
Oh, yeah, you're a typical kid. Well, what is it that made you decide you wanted to be a member of Sons of the American Legion? Was that something that just naturally happened for you, AJ, or was it something that you said, yeah, I want to go and learn more too, Dad?
Yeah, that's the second one more, because I saw what my dad was doing and all the fun stuff he was doing, and I just kind of wanted to get into the Legion and help and feel needed in a lot of stuff.
What kind of things does the Sons of the American Legion do?
Particularly, they just have meetings and help with like breakfasts sometimes, and
so they do service. They do community service for people, and they help the Legion post do all the things that they do?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really nice. That's so important today, isn't it?
Oh, definitely. It's good, you know, like I mentioned before, it's good to get them involved in things, you know, and show that, you know, they can do things to help out people, not only our own people, our members in that, but help out the community too. And, you know, just kind of instills, you know, something in them, you know, in an early age, you know, to start, you know, helping other people and showing that it matters if you really do that, you know, not just yourself, you know, do things for other people.
Well, that's one of the things that I really wanted to bring out, having you come on. I love it when you come, when other members of your post comes to our studios, because you kind of spread the word that a lot of people think that the American Legion, they see you in uniform. I don't know what all of the emblems mean. I just know, I recognize it now that you're with Plano's Post, but they see you as someone separate. Sometimes they think that the Legion is a private club, but your Legion Post here in Plano has kind of opened their doors to the community and become our community hall. You've welcomed us in so many different ways.
Definitely, we've definitely opened up the doors, and we invite everybody in to participate in our events, and you know, especially, you know, this last weekend we had our big Kendall County American Legion Days that we had, and we invited everybody out for that. And
how did that go? I wanted to ask you.
It went very well. We had a great time. You know, if you didn't make it out and you missed it, you missed a great time. Everyone there, you know, really had fun. Everybody was very complimentary on everything that we scheduled and all the events and everything. And it was a really nice time. Everything from the beginning on our Best Burger competition, it was great. We had a number of people from the business community that volunteered or entered the Best Burger competition. We had our winners, that was the Bull Moose from over in Sandwich. They won the Best Burger competition in the commercial side. But close behind was Legends from Yorkville, Dan's Roadhouse, and our very own Cindy Campisi. She, you know, got into that also, and it was a hard choice for our judges. You know, did
they have any idea who they were voting for?
They no, that all the entries are brought up, and they weren't marked by anything, and they had to choose just from the taste and presentation and everything like that. So, and they made sure to eat it all. They didn't leave any for us to sample afterwards. They wanted to make sure we have to try again. Let's get another bite to make sure, you know. So, and we even had a backyard competition, was just for the non-business, and Melanie Thedford was the backyard winner on that one. So it was great.
Well, congrats to her. That's wonderful.
That was good. And you know, even from that on, the rest of the day, you know, we had our bags competition, we had our flag folding, you know, and color guard demonstration that was great. You know, I had a number of people coming up to me afterwards talking about the flag folding and the 13 steps and how it's folded, why it's folded that way, everything. And you know, a lot of people didn't know that, and it was very interesting just to find that out. And we've had a number of calls already, you know, can you come out and do that at our school, at our event, you know, post the colors, you know, retrieve the colors, you know, things like that. So it's, you know, that's what we like to do.
Fantastic. I think that, you know, it seems like a simple thing. We need to take advantage of that and have you come and do that. People do not understand the symbolism that goes into folding a flag, and it doesn't take that long to fold a flag, but it's a reminder of what we all stand for.
Oh, definitely.
And something in America that we really need to instill in our young people and remind ourselves of again. Why do we care? And it's all part of that whole process of why we fold the flag the way we do. Right,
and definitely with the flag folding, because that's very personal. The flag folding is mainly done at funerals, in the passing of a vet. So we explained, you know, why and how the flag is draped over the coffin, and then afterwards, you know, after the flag is folded, how it's presented as a honor to the fallen veteran, to the family or the widow, you know, of the fallen soldier. So, you know, just knowing that too, you know, that this is a very personal ceremony that is done, you know, that too, you know, just, you know, people want to know about that, and like I said, you know, the more we educate people on it, the more they'll feel like a pride when they see it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Now that was that was just taking us through Saturday.
Oh, yes.
Legion Days went on beyond that.
Oh,
it
yeah.
was a whole weekend.
Definitely. We had, I wanted to touch on the vendors that we had there. We had some people with some booths out there. We had Cairo One from Yorkville. They were out there, you know, promoting all their health through chiropractic care. and how if you go to the chiropractor, you get adjusted, it builds your immune system, and it helps keep you healthy. There was a lot of things, that they were out there telling and talking to a lot of people about that. We had two great organizations there, the Save a Vet and Wounded Warrior, or the Warrior Dogs, excuse me. They were both there. Danny Schroeder with the Save a Vet, he was out there, and he had his dog, Nero, a huge dog. It was an ex-Army bomb dog that he had out there. And he was a little bit heated. It was quite warm on Saturday, but he was out there and just going through and him explaining what they do with these dogs, because a lot of times these dogs are trained for such high stress jobs in the military that they come out and they're deemed unadoptable because of their temperament and things like that. So what he does is he works with them, works with the dog, and if they are able to be adopted out, he finds a home for them. And if they're not, he has veterans that he has them work with them. So there's a lot of interaction, because these dogs are heroes to us, and they're right alongside heroes that are in the military right now. So when they get out, we want to give them the same consideration that we do any of our other vets, because they're vets too. And the Warrior Dog with Pat Gravis, she came out and she was talking about, she works a lot with the dogs now that are serving. There's a lot of things that the dogs need that they may not have, or maybe they go through the equipment just as fast as the soldiers do. There's different things that they put on. They have their chili vests. They put them on. It keeps them cool. A lot of these dogs are in hot environments. So we want, a lot of her donations go to help get these items for them, and they have. What do they call them? Mutlucks, I think they were called, and they're actually boots that go on their feet. Because a lot of times they're going through a lot of, houses that have been demolished, or dangerous areas, or even the sand. It's very coarse and hot on their paws, and they get affected by all that. And they call the doggles, I think they were called, and they're goggles for dogs. You got to protect their eyes too. So there's a lot of things like that that she's trying to provide and donate to them, to keep them going and keep them up, same as our vets out there.
It's an inspiring story. She was actually a guest on our show not so long ago, and what she's doing to honor veterans and to honor servicemen and women and these service dogs is amazing, and it's something that we all need to remember again and again and again, that we have to focus our eyes back on the people who are making our freedoms for us. Once again, it's Flag Day. We're talking about our country. We're talking about patriotism. And as you said, if you missed out on Kendall County Legion Days this past weekend, you really did miss out. But I'm so glad you're recapping this, because what you're doing is reminding us of some really great people in our community that are here, our neighbors, our friends and neighbors that are here to make our world a better place. And so that's amazing that you had such an event.
And I did want to mention too, I mean, the night after it cooled off, because it was a little bit hot on Saturday, after it cooled off that night, we had the burn that was out there in the Mighty Thirst Band that was there Saturday night, and everyone had a great time. We actually ran out of chairs. We had to pull some chairs out of the Legion, for everybody to hang out and sit down and listen to the bands. Like I said, the night cooled off. We had our beer garden. We had the bands going. And the second band that was on, they didn't want to stop. They asked, can we keep playing, And so everybody was having a great time. And so, if you did miss it, that's okay. We're going to do it again.
And the other thing is, you've pointed out, you've got a beautiful location. You're located on Dearborn Street, end of the block. You've got ample parking. You've got a great location for outdoor events and indoor events, because your hall is just a beautiful hall with a great kitchen facility, and you rent that out a lot. You let people come in, as we said, and use it for a lot of different reasons.
Definitely. I touched on it a little bit last time when I was here, and that's one of the big things that we want to make sure everybody knows. The hall is just it's a huge facility. It seats well over 300 people. You mentioned the parking, and I would mention right now that we're having our whole parking lot redone as we speak. They're out there tearing everything up, making it all nice and smooth now, making it look very nice. And so we have ample parking, over 300 plus people. We have that 110-inch high-definition screen and projector that we have up there. If you want to use that for your, whatever event you're having, you can play movies, Blu-rays, pictures, videos, hook up a computer, anything you want to it, and